Okay, this is going to be a different kind of video, which addresses basically, I guess, everyone on Earth almost. And that has to do with the floor you're sleeping on, with your bed on it, you know? And I guess, in my case at least, it's the floor, for sure. Eliminated everything, except, well, everything I could at least. And it's the floor. Alright, I live in an old apartment, and I could tell after eliminating different all the stuff that I could and trying different stuff, that it's the floor that's causing some level, quite a bit of level if you left it for like a long time, because I've been here for 4 or 5 years now. It's causing you one, pressure on your body, depending on where the pressure is falling on your body when you're sleeping on the bed because of the floor. In my case, it's the floor. You might be the bed or might be the bed frame. Once you've eliminated the bed and the bed frame, meaning you got a new one, and you made sure it's right or not for you, returned maybe and got a new one again to make sure it's good for you. And if the issue is still there, I'm pretty sure it might be in your case as well. The floor, unless you have health problems and stuff like that, which I don't. I'm a health person. Uh, and I've like done some tests, as in move the bed from here to here to here to here to here to here to here, and the issue would change places. So I know it's something to do with the floor. And I changed mattresses and the bed frame as well. Why am I making this video? It's because I am strongly believing at this moment that this issue that I'm having is something that contributed to whoever you are out there suffering from some certain issue that you believe, oh, this is a natural process, which I am. I don't want to say it specifically because of this, because there's a lot of factors that could cause you whatever issue you're having. Um, but if if there's something wrong with the floor, I do feel it will contribute to a certain level of damage to your body. Either right now, it is, since you might be already sleeping on this bed after like a day or two, a couple days later, or in the future. Let me explain. Me sleeping on this bed where the floor is bad, I feel pressure on my body depending on where I move the bed, and some stuff happens, and I feel pressure on different locations, right? The body. And what that does is, one, gives me improper sleep. All right, my memory is a little less good. It does. If you don't get proper sleep, you might have memory at some point, right? Joint pain, which I can hear cracks a little bit sometimes. And you might not crack cracks. You might get cracks. You might just blow it off like it's nothing. It's natural. Sometimes it's not, because in my case, I don't think it's natural because of the floor. I'm pretty sure it's the floor, but I don't want to want too much about that. Um, and this issue, that's also the pressure that's building up, which causes you to get more stiff, less good sleep, and joint pain. Let's say suddenly at work you have to do like a sudden movement and you just pulled something and something cracked. I'm pretty sure if you have this issue as me, it will contribute into making more certain that when you have to do suddenly something like that, and you then, because your joint gets like dried up or like hardened a little bit if it's not getting proper, it's in pressure all the time while sleeping or something, right? And then it's dried off, so the risk of you doing a sudden movement that might put more pressure on the joint that's dried up now might make it crack more. Okay, joint do not really heal. They are like, I think they're called cartilages. They are gelatinous. I am not a professional. I'm just giving my, I'll say theoretical for your sake, for like what I understood. Theoretical, a professional just opinion. I'll just leave it at that. All right. Joints do not have blood cells, so they cannot heal. There is a certain level of healing, but from what I read, it's like they heal for after like so long, just a little bit, that they just don't say they heal because they don't have blood cells. And let's say if you damage your joint, let's say I suddenly did a movement, my shoulder or my elbow, something, then now it burns and is sharp feeling after I damaged it for like the first 2-3 days. Okay. Assuming that you've slept after in a proper bed and everything, and got like a good rest, you'll go back to normal, right? But the damage is there. It's not actually gone. Okay? So that, let's say you broke that a little bit, that bump, you create a little bump. Boop, boop, boop. But once you've gone back to, like, I guess like I said, like a proper bed, proper rest, that thing there, that joint that's like here, side, I guess, became again, instead of hardened, because when it's hardened and you're doing this, you feel the bump more, and your bone, I guess your bone, which I'm not specifically sure here, rubs on it and creates inflammation and sharpness pain, which I believe, I'll say, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional. Okay, and that gives you pain and inflammation and, like, trouble. But once you get rest for 2 3 days, proper bed, proper rest, that joint becomes, I think there's a liquid on it, and also it's softer and, like, kind of flexible a bit, just a bit, and it glides over that bump, so you don't feel the bump as much, right? The issue with this, I feel, is that, let's say somewhere in the future you don't get proper rest again, you don't have to break that part again. And, like, let's say you put more pressure again on this part, you don't have to crack that part again for you to feel that bump and maybe get inflammation and sharpness, because you already did. You already damaged it. So now you don't need to damage it. And when you reach that point where this joint becomes stiff again, from, like, getting pressure again, I guess, from the bad bed, well, stage for now, you'll feel sharpness pain and inflammation pain a little bit more, as in, like, get it a little bit faster, I'll say. All right. And I guess that's one of the issues as getting old, where, like, you age and your resistance to body pain becomes less. So you feel pain a little more. I'm not sure. I'm not old, so stuff like that. You'll feel the damage you've done to your body more when you're in your future. And I think one of the reasons as well is because I think I read this, where your cartilage inside, actually, you have this liquid to let it glide, I guess. It produces less of it. So, so the friction from the bump might cause uh sharpness pain or something bad, a little bit higher, faster, or something more in the future compared to now if you're still, like, young and healthy. Okay. Uh, so what I'm saying is there is an issue with, there might be an issue in your case as well for the floor. And I think the world should know that. The world should, like, figure out something to make sure that the floor levels, or wherever, like, people are sleeping at, that the government or wherever can do that, wherever, should be checked to maintain a proper level of health, so that they make sure that this will not affect your health. If it does, you change the floor, whatever you are, wherever your options are, right? And you might think, if you do gym and stuff like that, and you have this issue like me, you'll say the floor, because of the floor you feel, like, different pressure, and get different problem stuff. If you do gym and stuff like that, work out, you'll come home and you'll sleep good. You'll sleep good, but the problem will still be there. I'm telling you, because I've already done gym also. Like, I've gone, no, not now, but, like, sometimes I've gone to gym, or, like, walked a lot, or whatever, and I slept like a baby. But when I wake up, I'm telling you, I could still tell. I could still tell something is still wrong. There's uneven pressure. My joint is cracked a little bit here, and it's not from, like, the workout kind of good. Because I also have muscle pain, but then I could tell that's, like, from the workout itself, which is good pain, I feel. Um, but the crack and the pressure I felt, then I could tell that was, I got very well sleep, but it was a little bit also, like, because of the pressure was a little weird. I could tell something's still not working. Okay, somebody needs to figure this out. Like, I'm just giving out a warning, because if this is an issue you have and you're letting it crack, or maybe you have, like, this weird arm pain all the time, it's not going away even though you did nothing wrong, and it's every day you're getting new pain, it might be because of the floor. I'm being specific here. I cannot. I'm sorry. I should probably. I'm being specific because of my case, but it might not be yours. I'm sorry. I'm just letting it known that this might be a very serious issue that might exist, that maybe people don't know of, that the world doesn't know of. I don't know. And let's say it keeps breaking your joints more and more pressure and more accidents, stuff like that. And this is contributing because it's making it easier for you to get injured and making you crack and stuff like that. Even in general, like when you wake up and you feel like very bad in your sleep and don't get proper sleep memory problem a little bit because of that improper sleep, and you don't know why, even though you have a new mattress and stuff like that. In the long run, imagine all the problem it could cause you. All right, especially for your joints and stuff like that, which will keep breaking a little bit. You'll be ignoring it, breaking, more pressure, point, neck pain, head pain. You don't know why, just ignore Tylenol, whatever, and eventually get to the point where you've broken your joints enough, as you after like I don't know, 20 years, I don't know, 10 years, 7 years, depending on how bad it is. I guess I don't know how long it is. You'll say, oh, this is just because of age, and this is my issue here. This is where people say you get old, you have the symptom, that is how it is. I'm telling you, this is a contributor. This is what I'm doing this video to let the world know, I guess, that I feel this is a serious issue and a contributor to some serious and unhealthy problems that you'll get in the future if it really is the floor that's causing you a problem in the long run. Even though I'm not 40, 50, I'm like 20 something, right? Yeah. If you're getting a problem, maybe think it's the floor for getting proper sleep or not. One way, I guess, to do that, to figure out the easiest way, is if you are having problem at home, simplest thing to do is go sleep on a proper bed in a proper place for a few days, like 3 days at least, I'd say. All right. I could I use levelers and stuff like that. I'm not a floor person. I leveled it with books, but it still didn't work out. All right. I live in an old apartment, and I had this issue on the other apartment, and I kept arguing, or I guess kept sending message to the person to give me a new place, new place, new place. Eventually, they did. After like they made measurements, they told me, oh, we don't have the tools. I'm like, oh yeah, here's the tool. Here's this. Here's this. I just bought them for myself to figure out if there's something wrong. And I saw I think there's like angles and stuff, and levels are a little bit off. They used it and they saw the issue a little bit also, but I don't know how much they cared. Eventually, they said like, okay, we're gonna give you a new apartment. My worry, that's what they said, is that the all our buildings are very old, so I'm worried that if he goes to a new one, he'll have the same issue. Anyway, the floor is something to be worried about, and that should be a checkup should be normalized to see if it's proper health level floor. This sounds stupid maybe to a lot of people because I've been like explaining it to a lot of people and they don't understand. But I feel like it exists, okay? And it's a contributor to a lot of health problems that people can develop in the future. I feel if it's an issue you have, I am not a professional. I'm giving my opinion after 4 or 5 years of this. I'm still stuck with this. Do not please tell me like do this, do that, as in like get apartment stuff like that. I've seen all my options. I cannot change the floor. I've leveled it with books, with the leveler tool thing. 1 second. I guess if you if you want to check your stuff, maybe it'll work out for you. Is you get this kind of stuff, so like a level tool, which I bought myself like a while back. I took out all the stuff, sorry. And this is the main thing. So basically, to see if your sides are leveled, put something here. What I did was basically I put the same object on one end here and on the other end here at a distance of the feet of the bed, because I have a single bed, the small one, I guess. And then you make sure that the bubble is right at the middle, right, between those lines. Then it should be good. If it's, let's say, like this, okay, and you have the two objects on the sides that's holding it, like here and here, that are same height. You're not gonna keep the same. You'll just add like a book until it gets the middle part, and that's it. And those book, the where you had to add, you'll add it to the feet of the bed, that where you measure close to see if it was in like lower or higher. All right, so your feet of bed are here, tuck and tuck. Then you use this like just close to it, then you add some object, flag, same level, I did like that. Maybe you have to be more specific, but I did like close to it. And just add some books to the object here until it's level enough. And I think you're close enough to say that this should also apply to this level should be fine to use on your on the bed on your feet. So if you add in more stuff here, books here, take this books and put it on the feet. On the feet of the bed. Where does it? I am not a very good explanation person. Or I think some people said also you could just take this or buy this only this part somewhere and use it on your bed frame to see if it's level or not. If you can level your bed and fix it, this is something I'll recommend. Like if it's just seeing if it's your bed is leveled at least, at the very least, do it for sure. And add books. And if it helps, it helps. If it doesn't, I don't know. Maybe it's the floor like me because I've added books. I've leveled it as well, and yeah, it didn't help somehow. I'm gonna stop here because I blabbed too much.